We missed you at Megan's lunch. I guess you have some extra work.
Alexandra, talk to me a little bit about some of these top picks. I mean, we seem to have a lot of shows that are getting a lot of nominations.
Well, American Horror Story and Mad Men kind of top the pack with 17 nominations each, followed by the miniseries Hatfields and McCoys, which was on the History Channel. Huge success. So those are kind of the top picks. What's really interesting from this season is more and more we're looking towards cable programming and away from kind of the big broadcasters. It's the first time ever that no big broadcast channel has been nominated for an outstanding drama series. So that's kind of the big news.
And that sounds like that's a pretty surprising one. Any other sort of surprise picks here or trends that you're seeing in the list of winners?
I think some of the trends are actually who hasn't been picked. That was a big surprise, like Hugh Laurie from House, who's kind of a Hollywood darling. It was his last season on that show. He wasn't picked. But then you have someone like Bryan Cranston for Breaking Bad, who's won in his category the last 3 years running. And I talked to him this morning, and he, said no surprise there, but it's always, of course, humble to be nominated.
And then we're going to be running down a list of some of the nominees next. I guess if we can start off looking at a best comedy series, what do we have there?
Sure. Well, the kind of funny thing about the comedy series is Modern Family supporting actors sweeping it. They have 4 out of the 6 nominations. Jesse Tyler, Eric Sohnstreet, Ty Burrell going up against excuse me, Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live and Max Greenfield from The New Girl.
That's for comedy actors?
That's for supporting actor in a
supporting
comedy series.
And what about for the best comedy actors? What are we looking at there?
Best comedy, you have 2.5 Men, you have Big Bang Theory, you have Curb Your Enthusiasm, Louis C.K. from Louis, who's kind of been all over the place selling his own tickets to shows. He's really been...
He's been quite successful at that this year,
an internet sensation this year, yes. So he's the favorite.
And what about in terms of best comedy actress? Who are we looking at there?
Well, Lena Dunham kind of made her big premiere with Girls, so she's up, as is Zooey Deschanel for New Girl, although it is worth noting that New Girl was not nominated, but the show was the most popular new sitcom this year.
Excellent. And then what about when we're looking at a more serious turn, something like the drama series and the actors and actresses who are going to be coming up there? Who are the top picks in those categories?
Well, you have Claire Danes from Homeland, you have Juliana Margulies from The Good Wife, who's been the person winning time and time again. She was nominated. The Good Wife was not nominated for a drama series.
So we were looking at for best drama actors. Who do we have up on?
Well, you have John Hamm for Mad Men, who, it's been, the series premiered 5 years ago as of today. So he's often the favorite, but at the same time you have, Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, which, as I mentioned earlier, he's won it the last 3 years in a row. So he is the favorite. And then, of course, you have Steve Buscemi from Boardwalk Empire and Damian Lewis from Homeland.
And then how about in actresses? We're looking at a pretty good group there as well.
In drama?
In drama, yes.
Well, that's where you have Juliana Margulies, you have Claire Danes, Elizabeth Moss, Kathy Bates. You have your Mad Men, you have your Damages, you have The Good Wife, all the kind of big heavy hitters.
And now we've got the show is actually in September. What, if anything, could we see in terms of movement, things that might change people's minds between now and then?
I think just really looking at the different cable shows and really seeing the talent from the writers who used to be in broadcast who've migrated over to cable. There's a lot more freedom. There's a lot more kind of being able to move around. And I think with that freedom, you're seeing greater writing and greater programming. Well, so look out for that.
We've got more on WSJ.com on that one. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll try to catch up on everything on Netflix and Hulu to make sure that we're all ready for the award shows.